We have some disturbing new information tonight about a WECT investigation on rape victims having to wait to get justice.
Earlier this year, we told you it was taking 2 years or more for local victims to get DNA results after the crime. Now, Ann McAdams tells us the vast majority of rape kits are never even sent off for processing at all.
Last year, Wilmington police took in a total of 41 rape kits, but only submitted 10 of them to the state lab. While it might shock you that such a small percentage were sent in for testing, it also came as a surprise to the director of the Rape Crisis Center in Wilmington.
I was under the impression, and I think our clients are under the impression, that when they go through that process that it is going to be sent off.
It's not a pleasant experience. After the trauma of being raped, having a rape kit taken often involves 7 or 8 hours of poking and prodding, while medical teams collect hair and body fluid, perform a pelvic exam, and take photographs of the rape victim to document injuries. But WECT has learned most of these cases are never even brought to the district attorney's attention because police don't feel there's enough evidence to press charges.
I think that they're going to be really shocked and really heartbroken to know that they went through all that trouble and hassle for it to not come to anything.
This is not unique to Wilmington. Each year, the State Crime Lab receives about 250 sexual assault kits from crimes all across the state. That's just a small fraction of the kits collected from rape victims. Investigators say there are valid reasons so many rape kits are never sent off. Sometimes the victim changes her mind about pressing charges. Many other times, she knows her attacker, so DNA analysis is less critical.
The issue is not sexual activity, it's whether it was consensual or not. So if we have that in the evidence vault, am I going as the prosecutor to send that to Raleigh and say, let's spend all the resources of the state and let all these other exigent cases stand in line behind it while we prove what both sides already agree on? Of course not.
Authorities say they rarely prosecute in cases where it's simply the suspect's word against the victim's and there are no serious injuries or other compelling evidence of a rape. That may surprise you, but attorneys say in cases like those, getting a jury to convict is difficult.
What my prosecutors will do in many instances is look at the whole case and say, based on what we have here, there's not enough to go forward beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal case.
Despite the fact most rape kits taken in Wilmington are collecting dust in evidence rooms, David says victims should still have them taken.
As humiliating as it might be, as painful as it might appear at the time, absolutely submit to that rape test and get that kit drawn, because things may change and it's going to be absolutely essential while that evidence is still able to be collected to collect it.
Ann McAdams, WECT News.
Now, the Rape Crisis Center director told us in some parts of the country, all rape kits are tested, which allows investigators to pick up on repeat offenders they might have otherwise missed.
Now, we asked the director of the State Crime Lab about the possibility of doing universal testing here. He said that huge undertaking would have to be addressed and funded by the General Assembly.